Hello, everybody. It is Self-Care Sunday. And eventually my thing will pop up here. How we all doing today? Hey, Kitty, happy Self-Care Sunday to you. I'm not getting my other screen up here. I don't know why, but hey, that's the joy of Facebook. I got it on one screen, but not the other. How are you doing this Self-Care Sunday? How are you doing? Are you having a good Self-Care Sunday? There I am. Now I've got it. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are with us. How you all doing tonight? What are you guys grateful for this Sunday night? Tell me about your Sunday. And how are you? Yeah, there were some good games today, Kitty. We caught a little bit of football today. There were some good games. New England won. The Giants won. I mean, it's going to be an interesting finish to the season, I think. It really, anything can happen in football this season. So why should it be any different than the rest of the world? Hey, Julie Jankowitz, great to have you here on Self-Care Sunday. Great to have you here live on Self-Care Sunday. Love that you're here. What are you all grateful for? Yeah, we had a quasi workday / afternoon off. Adele got Chinese food delivered. Yum! That is yummy. Rebecca and I got a mix of Chinese and Asian the other day. Huh? Yeah, we got Chinese and Japanese the other day for our sushi Sunday because we've had, when she was in school, we would have sushi Sunday, and I would go to her college. We would meet at a restaurant near her college and have sushi Sunday because they had a really great chicken that she loved, and they had on Sundays they had half-price sushi, which I loved, and it was a good thing. And we would do that on Sundays and have our father-daughter time. And we did that the other afternoon. We got takeout from that restaurant. Tennessee versus Houston. Tennessee came out on top, 41-38. I'm going to have to give my nephew some you-know-what over that. You got to my best friend's consignment today for some fun shopping today? That's awesome, Julie. That's great. You know, this week's Self-Care Sunday recipe of the week is Marianne Evans' very own Black Forest trifle cake. And Zach was the first to post how awesome it is. I don't think it's because he made it. I think he then called Mom and said, "Hey, Mom, you got to make this." Hey, Pat and the Peanut Gallery are here. Well, that is some good retail therapy, resale therapy, Julie. That makes Self-Care Sunday good. I'm glad you got down there to Algonquin. Yes, it is Marianne Evans' very own recipe is our Self-Care Sunday. The Black Forest trifle cake is the recipe of the week. It is available on Nart's private Facebook page and narts.org/resalestrong, REC. You got some good time with Zach. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you had that time. That is good times down at that store. I really, I enjoy both your stores. that really is a good meeting spot. You know, we could all meet at Mary Ann's. Kitty could come north, you could come south, Joanne could come in with food from the city. You know, we could have a heck of a party. And all meet safely distanced at Mary Ann's. Now all we got to do is find the car that I need to buy there, and I could meet there too. Well, let's get this party started tonight. Let's get this party started, everybody. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this night. If you're following along in the book, tonight we are on page 66. Good morning. You've been playing this open world game for a while now. Complete a mission today. Gain some new powers. Boom. There is your good morning. Well, you know, we already hopped into it. Today is Self-Care Sunday. Self-Care Sunday is the name of the game today. And we set aside this day every week. It's such an important day because it's a day to take time for you. Okay? It's important that you take time to refill your fountain so you can pour out into the rest of the world, so you can pour out your goodness to everyone else. And so it's important that you take time, okay? And if you can't do Sunday, that you find another day during the week to have as your day for self-care. And if you can't dedicate a whole day, I get it. But make sure you dedicate half a day, 2 half days. You know, we basically got a half day in today. We worked this morning. I was at my desk this morning for a while catching up on things. Cassandra ventured out into the world and did Costco and Aldi and Big Y. I think she went to at least 3 markets today. I don't know why, but our house has lots of food in it now. So that is a good thing. And, you know, we're expecting weather tonight. You know, we got a little dusting out there right now. And so it was more chaotic than a normal Sunday. So that's how she spent her working part of her day, making sure the family has food. And I spent time at the desk, and then we all convened. We watched some football, and we watched a movie, The Prom. We all enjoyed it. So if you have not seen The Prom on Netflix, it was an inspiring movie. There's always good lessons to be learned. Always good lessons to be learned out there. And I'm going to share some tonight with you. I have some lessons from that can be shared. And we will cover that. So do not worry. We will be covering some lessons learned tonight. But I want to share some good stuff too. I've had some stuff in my pile that I've got some good things here tonight. We've got some stuff to cover. And so here we go. So I'm going to start with something good. You know, we've all talked about complaining customers with shipping and everything else. I talked about that customer last night. And so I wanted to share a message that I got from a customer who was really happy. Although I wasn't sure at the beginning of the message. Hello. I just want you to know how important this vase is to me. I was born in 1946. My grandmother had an identical vase in her home, and I remember loving the vase from a very young age. Well, I did in fact inherit it after my grandmother passed in the early 1960s. I now have 2 grown daughters, both of whom want the vase after I pass. At least they're waiting till after she passes. Now that I have the item I bought from you in my home, my girls can quit fussing over who gets it. Also, I want you to know that I appreciate the way you wrap the vase in tons of bubble wrap. Therefore, I want to share a secret that can save you money on wrapping material. On eBay, I purchased 300 blue doggy training pads. They go a long way as packing material. They are also, but wait, there's more. They are also great as bibs for my husband and I as we eat in the living room watching TV. I also laid one down under my electric skillet so the spatter will land on it rather than on the kitchen counter. Thank you for wrapping the vase so well, Bonnie. There you go, a happy customer. Shipping in PP pads, okay? Who knew that PP pads were the new way to ship? Economical. And they offer, you could then use it as a bib and then use it as so you can wrap with it, send it to your customer, they can use it as a bib, and then they can use it for their dog. I mean, this thing is just all the way around. It is a little too much TMI, Kitty, but, for all the people that send us messages of awfulness, okay, there's some really great people out there, and we've had a bunch of them lately. You always remember the whiny ones. Okay, the squeaky wheels, okay? But we've had some really awesome ones. I mean, we had somebody yesterday donate their consignor check to the store, and our manager that was on duty just didn't know what to do, but was so grateful because she had a consignor that was pissed, that was stressed out over, I forgot to order more consignor checks. So I had to give checks out of another account so that our consignor checks would all be there because I forgot to order them. And that's my job. The whole debate whether it should have been my job, but it is. And, so the checks look different. And so she had another person that very same day that was having a whole hissy fit. And it's like, they spend the same. They cash the same. They spend the same. It's just a different color on a different account. It's what I had that I had enough of. When I realized, the day before that I was like, oops, there's not another box of checks in the garage. So, there you go. Yeah, Jennifer, I can send you this shopper. This was an eBay shopper, so you can find her you can go to her site and buy from her and know that you'll get a PP pad in your box. You'll get your purchase wrapped well. You'll get a bib for Brad, and then you can use it for Pebbles. So all the way around, it works out. Hey, Kristen, great to have you here. So I wanted to continue on our theme from last night. I wanted to continue on that because I don't really think everybody's really grasped that you have an open playbook this year. You have an open playbook. You have a book to write. Okay? You truly have this amazing book to write this year. Okay? And it is yours to control. You are in the driver's seat. Yes, there's a pandemic, but you already know that. That's not a surprise. Just saying, not a surprise. Okay? But this is your book to write. Your book. Your book. And so I want to emphasize that. And last night, if you remember, the phrase that I quoted you was, stop wearing busy like a badge of honor. Stop wearing busy like a badge of honor. Being busy is pointless if you're busy doing the wrong things. So, stop wearing busy like a badge of honor. Being busy is pointless if you're busy doing the wrong things. So to gain perspective, to have a map of where you're going, okay? And this year's different. We've talked about it already because, you know, a lot of you, we talked about the whole budget talk for this year and how we worked on a budget for the first quarter, and we did that. And you had that available, and a lot of you had a lot of questions on it, and we did that. And that was really good, okay? That was helpful, that we worked on a budget and you guys had that available to you, okay? But more than numbers this year, we need to work on a vision of where you want to be, okay? And how we get there, because it's more than just a budget. You need the budget so that you're at least breaking even this year, so that you're you know, and you're setting yourself up to take care of a post-pandemic world, to rise and thrive in a post-pandemic world. Okay, because there will be a post-pandemic world. There has been every time. There has been every time. There's been post-pandemic worlds. And this will be no different. This will be no different. So I wanted to talk, my next quote of the day, hey, Kim is with us. My next quote of the day is about vision. Vision is the ability to talk about the future with such clarity, it as if we are talking about the past. Think about that. Step back, and think about that. Vision is the ability to talk about the future with such amazing clarity. It is as if we are talking about the past. And I can get real philosophical and talking about vision statements and goals but what is your vision? Okay? You got to remember, and if the last year taught you anything, and it's taught you a lot, it has taught you so many lessons. One thing is universal. Life is not a dress rehearsal. One thing is universal. Life is not a dress rehearsal. Okay? And so I want to give you an example, okay, of a true story, okay? And some of you have heard me tell this story before. I like this story because it takes vision to have this. It takes vision to do that. And so I'm gonna tell this story, but take this in for a second. This is the story of Don Bennett. This story is about a mountain climber named Don Bennett. After successfully scaling the 14,000-foot Mount Rainier, one of the highest and most difficult climbs in the United States, Don Bennett was interviewed about the experience by a local reporter. How did you do it, the reporter wanted to know. How did you keep going for 14,000 feet and not giving up? Bennett thought for a moment before answering. Then he spoke slowly, trying to get the reporter to understand the mental process. It all starts up here, people. That led him to the peak of that mountain. Starting months before the climb, Bennett said, I created a vision of myself at the top of the mountain. That vision was so real that I could actually feel the cold wind blowing in my face. And I could see the spectacular mountains and valleys all around me. I saw and felt this vision 100 times a day. It inspired me. It motivated me. It kindled my determination to see the climb through to the end. During the climb itself, he continued, I drew upon my vision for inspiration. When the going got tough, I saw myself at the top of that mountain, just as clear as could be. And then finally, I reached my goal, and my vision became a reality. The reporter was impatient with Bennett's explanation. Yeah, he said. I've heard all that vision stuff before. Vision! Vision stuff. But that doesn't explain how you did it. You're an amputee. How did a one-legged man climb a 14,000-foot mountain? Don Bennett looked the reporter straight in the eye and said quietly, one hop at a time. My vision became a reality, one hop at a time. Bennett used self-discipline to endure terrible physical hardship and achieve seemingly unachievable goals. Your own goal may not seem as urgent, but the principle of achieving it remains the same. Through vision, commitment, patience, and creative application of knowledge and skill, you can see your goal through to the end. But the ultimate key to your success is the clarity of your goal and vision. The clarity of your goal. Your goal is an individualized thing. Okay? I mean, that's a pretty amazing story, Don Bennett. Okay? And it's true. You can fact check me. I've told it many a time because the clarity, the adversity, the things he had to overcome to get where he is going, okay? To get to where he wanted to be. Where do you want to be? As you sit here at the beginning of week 42 and 43, where do you want to be? You have this blessing of this wide open book. Okay? You can take this blank page that is this book of this year. Where do you want to be? What is your mountain? What do you want to climb? Where do you want to go? All you need is the vision. Draw it out. I mean, it's the crazy. When I sit and do private consulting with people, you know, understanding where they want to be, what their goal is, what their scary mountain is. Okay? No matter how crazy it is. Okay? I mean, I've sat with stores doing 100,000 that want to do 500,000. I've sat with $1 million stores that want to do 5. It doesn't matter what your goal is, as long as it's personal, okay, that it is your goal, okay, not somebody else's, okay, not Jennifer's, not Julie's, not Kitty's. Your goal, your vision. What is your vision for where you want to be? And it doesn't, and it's a step. It can be a stepping stone to a larger goal. Okay, he could have climbed this mountain in the U.S. and then wanted to climb a taller mountain someplace else. Okay, you never stop slaying the dragon. There's always something else to rise to new levels. Okay, this is not a dance rehearsal. One thing in your life is universal. This is no dress rehearsal. Okay, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real thing. Okay? You have lives and livelihoods on the line. This is a real thing. What is your mountain? I find that one of the ways to achieve it is to ask you what your song is. What's your song? What's your song? Okay, what's your anthem? When you hear it play, that you turn it up, okay? That you crank up that sound, okay? And you blare it, that's your anthem, okay? That you sprout wings. You dance inside, it makes you dance around the sales floor. What is your song? What is your vision? What is your vision? You have to articulate what your vision is. You have to say, I can't make the song for you. I can't make the mountain for you. Okay? You have to define that yourself. But when you do, when you post it on the wall, when you draw it out, when you hang that picture, okay, when you know that change is inevitable, but growth is optional. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. And that without a doubt, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Our best days are not behind us, people. Not behind us. Our best days are yet to come. And Rose is the champion. Okay? Rose is the champion. Okay? What is your song? What is your song? What is your vision? Think about that. You have it. It's okay. Post it on the wall. Post it on the wall. Things that are written, things that are visualized happen. Okay? Things that are tucked up inside and that you're afraid of. No, she's afraid of it. Those are harder to make happen. But when you let that vision out into the world, when you take your vision and you live it, just like Don Bennett lived it 100 times a day, so much so that the wind was blowing in his face. Okay? I mean, and it doesn't matter what the vision is, and it doesn't have to be a mountain. It can be, at one point in our world, I had dreamed someday we'd have a warehouse. Okay? I had dreamed someday we'd have a warehouse. That we'd get big enough and, and I didn't have it all figured out. I brought Cassandra and our manager at the time to this brick building. And, I'd taken them out. I was like, come on, we're going on a field trip. And I had this vision in my head for a long time of us having a warehouse. And I brought them one day to this brick building. And brought them inside, and there was this empty space with just brick walls surrounding them. And they're looking around, and then they're looking at each other, and they're like, I don't know, one of us has got to ask them. They're like, one of them said, so what's this? And I'm like, congratulations, this is our new distribution center. Because I had the vision up here. I had it planned. And they're like, okay, well, I asked that question. You got to ask the next one. They're like, what's a distribution center? And I'm like, all the stuff that happens in the back room, now it's going to happen here, and we won't have a big back room anymore. It'll all happen here. Everything will happen here. And, it was quirky and crazy, and we certainly didn't know everything, but we had a vision. The idea was there. Okay? What's your vision for your business? What's your vision for you this year? Okay? What's your vision that's not going to have you wearing busy as a badge of honor? Okay? unless it's filling your register. We're so busy filling our register, we need another register. Yes, Jennifer, vision, faith, courage equals amazing things, and you're getting ready to take that vision, faith, and courage to a new level because I already know about that. You've got to believe, okay? You've got to drink your own Kool-Aid. You got to drink your own Kool-Aid. I'm like, when you talk about followers, you talk about faith. It's like what Kool-Aid are you drinking? Carrie Underwood's song with Ludacris is a great YouTube video. I believe you. I'm trying to think of it. Don't be scared, okay? Well, you should be a little scared inside. Do you not think Don Bennett was scared at that? Okay, at climbing a mountain with one leg? I mean, have you ever known an amputee? I mean, if you know an amputee, I mean, my father was an amputee and then became a double amputee at one point, And he was the former captain of the basketball team. So that was really hard on him, but he came back and he did that, okay? He had the vision, okay, of where he would get out of that hospital and where he would get out of rehab. And he would live stronger. Oh, her song, The Champion, okay. But these are the ways that you get there, okay? Vision, faith, courage, okay? Don't let the fear hold you back. Let the opportunities, okay? There's nothing to be, okay? You should be scared of what you haven't done, not what you're taking on, okay? What opportunities you passed by. There's, you need your anthem. You need your power song. And when you're in a husband-wife business like Jennifer and Brad are, you can have different visions. It's okay. I mean, my vision and Cassandra's vision are different sometimes. That's okay. We're visioning things separately, but we're doing it together. What Zach and his boss, Marianne, vision can be different. Hey, Zach, it is great to have you here. Did you bring the Black Forest trifle cake? Max, get up. Go. No, you want it? No, here he goes. Sorry, Max needed to get up. Max needed a little inspiration to climb the mountain. His inspiration was a cookie at the end of the mountain. He saw the jar. He would like the whole jar of cookies at the end of the mountain. But what is your inspiration? What is your vision? And what is your anthem? Okay, what is your anthem? Okay, but paint your vision. Okay, post it so that you can envision it, so that you look up to it, so that you can feel the wind in your face, just like Don Bennett did. So that you are not wearing busy as a badge of honor. Do not wear busy as a badge of honor. Do not, Jennifer, have ants, automatic negative thoughts. Remember, it all starts up here. I talk about it all the time, and people sometimes make fun of me, because they think I'm crazy. Sometimes I am. Okay? It all starts up here, people. It all starts up here. Okay? And that is where it begins. Begin your vision. Take it from here to paper. Take it from paper to posting it on the wall. Add your anthem to it. Live it. Breathe it. Okay? It does not start automatically. It is not an instant on-off switch. And it is not something, if it's so easy that it's done tomorrow, then your vision wasn't big enough. If you're going to reach your vision next week, you didn't dream big enough. If you're going to reach your vision next month, it's not big enough. But what is your vision for this year? What is this vision, your vision for your business and for you? That is so important. That is so important. Because it is part of how you get to the other side of this. It is part of how you grow your way out of this. It is part of your self-care. Okay? It is part of how you grow. Okay? Is to have that kind of vision. To have that feeling of Don Bennett's Wind in the Face. Okay? To have that song playing. And that moves you from direct number-based goals this year to what your vision is. Accomplishing that, because the numbers are hard this year. I've already done that, and I'm a numbers person, and I love numbers, but it's going to be hard to do that this year. I want you to be above water. I don't want you to be drowning, so I want you to be cognizant of your numbers, but I also want you to be cognizant of your vision, because if you're cognizant of your vision, you will have your plan to continue growing your way out of this, okay, and will grow in a post-pandemic world. And that's what I want. I don't want you to be the hamster running on the wheel. I don't want you to be the hamster running on the wheel. Okay? I want you to grow. To grow and have Black Forest trifle cake any night you want. That's what I want, because that was this week's Self-Care Sunday Recipe of the Week. And you can see that recipe and all the recipes from Self-Care Sunday at narts.org/ResaleStrong, REC. That is where you find the entire Resale Strong cookbook, narts.org/ResaleStrong, REC. You can also go to narts.org/ResaleStrong, get a link to the Resale Strong cookbook, get a link to all the files that I post. Everything that I post, everything that I talk about is there at narts.org/ResaleStrong, including a link to the YouTube videos, which is all the videos every night that I talk live at Narts. They're over to narts.org/ResaleStrong by noon the very next day. Noon, I tell you. It's an amazing thing. Okay? It's an amazing thing how that happens. Cassandra and Adele are awesome for getting everything over there. Everything over there to narts.org/ResaleStrong. On the YouTube channel, you're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, and ring the bell so you know when a new one drops. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish, live in the Narts private Facebook group, live here in the Narts private Facebook group, bringing you up to date, inspiring you, and keeping you up to date with all the latest information. If you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the ever-inspiring Good Morning, Good Night book, the Good Morning, Good Night book. Be the hamster on the trapeze. Be the hamster on the trapeze. I love that, Kim. Tonight we were on page 66. Good morning. You've been playing this open world game for a while now. Complete a mission. Don't just be busy. Gain some new powers. Our good night tonight is good night, kids. Level up. That's what I'm talking about. What's your vision to level up? Stop wearing busy as a badge of honor. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am mitzvah even. A black trifle cake, forest trifle cake party. I'm just saying, they exist. And when we can party again, we will. We will party again. We will party again, and I will be there with you. I promise you that. But until then, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. It's time for some snack and dessert. We didn't really have dinner. It might be too early for dessert. Snack/dessert. Snacker I don't know. That's what it's time for. You all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.